Hi, this is Ingrid and welcome to my WinterBookLand. As you probably can see, we've changed locations. It's because it's actually really late and lighting is getting a bit low, so I had to turn my ceiling lamp on and then the light focus shifts, and it's actually so hard to find proper lighting where I live because my window is positioned very awkwardly in accordance to the sun and lighting and stuff like that, so I will just see how I figure out this lighting thing. So enough of that. So before we even start this video, I want to make something clear. So basically my schedule is like this. I upload each Friday and then every third Tuesday. But that won't start until after August because I think I've taken on a little more than I can handle, because I have 2 summer jobs this year, and it's a little bit of a change from non-summer jobs to 2, and they require a lot of time. So for me personally it was just better to cancel that one video I had planned for August and just continue with it later. And I also want to have a bit of quality to my videos, so I feel like, god damn it, so I feel like taking time on my videos and not turning them into anxiety-riddled messes is actually a good idea. So today I thought we would do the International Booktube Tag. This tag was suggested to me by the Wild Sarah, and I actually didn't know that it existed, so I'm very glad that I get a chance to do it. This tag was originally created by Daniela in Prague. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I'm definitely not saying that correctly. I'm so sorry. But I will link her video down in the description below so you can actually go check out the original. So without further ado, I think we should just jump into the tag and I'll tell you a little bit about me and International Booktube. The first question is, where are you from and what is your native language or languages? I am from Norway, as I've mentioned many times before, and my native spoken language is Norwegian and my native written language is Bokmål Norwegian. Now I'm sure some of you are a little bit confused about that, but don't worry, I will make a video about Norwegian language history and stuff like that, so I can explain all this jumbled mess of what Norwegian actually is. The next question is, in what languages do you read? I read mostly in English, because I feel like Norwegian is such a clunky language in a way. I am currently reading the Half-Life trilogy in Norwegian, and the language is, I just feel like it's off, you know? It doesn't really connect with me the way English does. I feel like if you have to translate something from English into Norwegian, you should do it in nynorsk, because I feel like nynorsk is such a much more rich and beautiful language than bokmål is, and that's why you see like musicals, music, books, they are mostly translated into nynorsk because it just sounds better. It just has a better flow than the bokmål does. So if it's nynorsk, I can definitely try to read it, but if it's bokmål, I'm a little bit more hesitant. The third question is there booktube in your native language, and if so, what is the community like? I haven't been on booktube for a very long time, so I can't say that I'm like in the community, but I've checked out a few channels, and from what I can tell, it's very typical Norwegian, and I can't explain what that is to you. Because something being typically Norwegian can mean a lot of things, but it seems like a very friendly community, one of many thoughtful opinions and just exploration of Norway. I feel like as Norwegians, we are very proud of being Norwegians. Another thing I actually want to make a video on, this whole thing, very like national pride of being Norwegian. I am very fascinated by that. But yeah, there's a lot of like focus on, you know, Norwegian literature, Norwegian folk tales, and just Norwegian in general. And the fourth question is, if there is a booktube community in your native language, why did you decide to join the international one? Definitely because it has a wider range, there's a lot of different opinions, you know. a Norwegian-centered community will be focused around Norwegian books, and I just feel like English books and their themes and the things they are about fit more with my reading style than Norwegian books and their themes are about. And you know, I've grown up with the English booktube community. I've watched like all the big booktubers and lesser known ones, and I just felt like it would seem so fun, you know, so I just wanted to join the international one. I feel like my opinions would reach further by going into the international booktube community, because, you know, a big thing with this channel is that I want to get a lot of my opinions out, so I mean that it's great that I get to join such a large and welcoming community. Question number 5. I looked forward to this one. Is there any struggles or challenges for you as a non-native English speaker? Only if you guys knew how many sounds I have to edit out each video, you would be in tears. The fact that it's so difficult, you know, to finish thoughts and and you know, not actually stutter over words and getting pronunciations right, you know, because English has a totally different intonation, speech pattern, pronunciations of different sounds together than Norwegian does, and it's so difficult because for example, there was in a long sentence I couldn't say the word everywhere. I still probably can't say it correctly, because it just doesn't fit with the way Norwegian sounds usually are made. So I find that very difficult, and it's very frustrating not to be able to speak properly and express your opinions properly because the language barriers are there. Question number 6 is, how do you get hold of English books? I often buy them on Book Depository. I found that that is the best option for me, because we have a few big Norwegian bookstores that sell English books, but they are often very overpriced. Like, I'm going to talk about it in Norwegian currency now, so like if you want to find out the English variation, I will probably put them up on screen or something. But there was a book on Book Depository that cost like 80 kroner, and when I found it in the bookstore it cost 170 kroner. And I feel like that's such a big price gap. Like, it's not proper, like the books aren't priced after how big they are, how much they're worth. It's just, oh, it's an English book, let's slap a big price on it. If it's a release I really want, then I might buy it in a Norwegian bookstore, but I rarely ever do it. The 7th question is, what is the best thing about being part of the international community? And this question we can answer in our native language and add subtitles if we want. And of course I'm going to do that because, you know, Norwegian pride. And fair warning here, the Norwegian you are going to hear me speaking is not a standardized Norwegian. We don't have a standardized Norwegian to speak. I'm going to speak in my local dialect, which changes words, changes pronunciations of them. Some words are even changed with others. My speech pattern is not typical Norwegian. Just so you're aware, so you don't try to learn Norwegian out of my video. Please don't do that. Det som så artig med å være med I et sånt internasjonalt samhold da, jo at du ser jo så mange forskjellige verdier og meninger fra forskjellige land, og du får utforske kulturen I de landene gjennom det. Jeg føler liksom det så mange meninger som møtes og blandes, og du ser veldig mye da. Og det jo mange forskjellige folk som kommer sammen og skaper gode forhold, og jeg synes bare det så godt å være på en plass der du føler at du faktisk hører hjemme da. For I hvert fall der jeg bor så det så mange som så interessert I bøker. I hvert fall ikke sånne bøker som jeg leser. Og da det jo godt å bare komme til en plass der det så mange fra forskjellige plasser som har samme interesse som det. And yeah, that was the International Booktuber Tag. I hope you liked it and got to know some things about being an international booktuber and, you know, being from outside America when you're a booktuber. Just a little bit about me and stuff like that. I'm thinking of doing the Read My Country book tag as well, because then I get to recommend Norwegian books and Norwegian things, and I know that I sound very like arrogant and proud when talking about Norway now. I just know that it's rooted in a deep nationality feeling, and it's something that I just have to have a lengthy explanation about, because it involves a lot of history, a lot of language history, you know, being occupied, being under other rulers and stuff like that. And it's something that really interests me actually, and I hope you are actually interested enough to hear about it as well. I hope you liked this video enough to leave a comment and like, and I hope you also subscribe for further videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Bye! Like, throughout this video I've been getting texts from my family, and I forgot I gave them like all ridiculous names in the family group chat, so it's like I've been trying to keep my laugh stream for like so long. I like walked downstairs after filming this, and like 20 seconds later I was like, oh, didn't you forget something? Yes, I did. I forgot to pose for the fucking thumbnail again. How do you even pose for like a thumbnail like this? Like, international booktuber, yeah, like, where's my Norwegian flag?